my mission is to bring an Asian American voice to the table. Not just for Asian America, but for everyone.
Yeah.
Right? Because the thing is, I think there's something that white people are missing out on if they don't hear authentic Asian voices. I think there's something that black people are missing out on, Latino people. But it's not just, it's by us, but it's not just for us. And I think that a lot of people get that mistaken, and it's like, oh, we only want to like help out these people. It's like, no, we gotta aim bigger than that. So I grew up in Delaware, actually, you know, so I grew up around white people, I grew up around black people. I actually didn't grow up around a lot of Asians. And it was always very interesting to me when people would say like, oh, you know, we don't look at race, or like, we don't see you as like ethnic, we just, you know, see you as another person. And it's like, but that's not my experience. You know what I'm saying? Like, my experience in America is that people interact with me because of my race. And so for you to say, oh, we don't see that, that's actually you not affirming part of my day-to-day existence. By diminishing difference, there's this assumption that we want to be the same, which to me is an insulting assumption, right? Because it's like, oh, you know, we don't see you as different. What if I want to be different, right? What if I know I'm different? And then that's exactly, it's diminishing or, you know, not validating something that I see.
Right.
But I think, what is exactly a much more powerful way of representing diversity is not the melting pot, but the whole like salad bowl idea. You know, we bring different ingredients and that makes things better.
And throw out the tomatoes.
I was active in the Beijing underground hip hop scene. And I saw some kids who got it. You know, they understood like, hey, you know, we are disenfranchised in our own country. Okay. There's a government that doesn't care about us, blah, blah, blah. But straight up, a lot of the kids in Asia that I met who participate in hip hop, they're not from the roots up. You know what I'm saying? Because straight up, at least in China, and I believe in some ways in Korea, right, it's a very pop version of hip hop that's come in. So what they see, right, is not like, or they'll see Nas or Tupac, but what they'll say, what they'll see is the bandanas. What they'll see is the jewelry. Or what they'll say is the middle fingers. But they won't understand. They don't understand Compton. There's artists in Asia that I have a lot of respect for, but I do think that to a certain degree, the wave of it, it's an exotification. You know, it's a fetishization of the American. For hip hop to really be indigenized in Asia, you got to talk about real things. You got to talk about the wounds of the Korean War. You got to talk about domestic violence. You got to talk about, you know, income inequality between men and women. You got to talk about, you know, there's latent misogyny and homophobia existing all throughout East Asia. I don't see any, at least the popping East Asian rappers, right? They're talking about some issues, but they're not really digging in. And so they don't get the soul of a Pac or a Nas or a Kendrick. You know, they see the form of it, but I think in a lot of ways they're lacking the substance. And that's something that I think also transcends across into Asian American culture, which, you know, is very distinct from Asian culture.
Right.
And I got love for a lot of the MCs that's out there. You know, a lot of my peers, they're making better music than me. But I wonder, you know, like, where's our like community leaders? It's a shame to me that it's not the rappers in the Asian American community speaking up. You know, we're happy to do a cover of the new Drake song.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We're happy to like do the little tours and participate in collaboration and, you know, do this and that. But when someone comes out and does some stuff that is hurtful or offensive to the community, it's not the rappers speaking up. Not on social media, not on, maybe on Twitter occasionally, but like not in any substantive way. And so that's why I think still a lot of us have to ask the question, do we really get hip hop? Or is it just, you know, entertainment for us? I mean, that's the most pessimistic version, you know, what I just said. Like, I think the optimistic version, I think this is what it is, man. I think Asians need to get soul. Like, a lot of Asians don't have soul. Myself included sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like, and because I think we're also tied to this Confucian idea of success. Like, so much in East Asian culture is centered around this idea of you work hard for the man and the man rewards you.
Right.
And I think what's happened is that, you know, there's a lack of bravery. There's a lack, you know, I went actually to Yale, you know, so I went to an Ivy League school. And I see in so much of my graduating class this lack of bravery. We're literally equipped better than anyone else maybe to go out there and do new things. We don't listen to rap because of wealth. We can see that at our uncle's house. You dig what I'm saying? I think we listen to rap because we love this idea of freedom. We love this idea of using words the way we want to use them, not the way an AP English teacher taught us to use them. We love rap, we love hip hop, we love filmmaking because we want it, but we're captivated by this idea that we can tell stories not in the patterns and molds that others put us in, but in our own. Honestly, I'd rather be known as a mediocre rapper, but somebody who fed the people, than a great rapper, great technique, great stage presence, but
it's
somebody...
art. That's because it's art.
Exactly.
And you want to be an artist. You don't want to do what people tell you within the art.
Like, if the reaction to me is ever just like, yo, Jason's kind of a cool guy and he does some cool music,
Right.
I don't care, man. I should go. You know what I'm saying? Like, the world doesn't need another dude creating 3 to 5 minute content. No, I don't believe in nice. I always say this. I don't want to be nice. I want to be gentle. I want to be kind. I want to be loving. I want to sacrifice for others. But I don't want to be nice because nice is a lie. So I have this mission statement for my music. The mission statement is speaking hope, healing, and justice in a broken world. And a friend who helps me with my career, we were talking recently, and he's saying, man, if that's the goal, if your goal is to feed the people, people don't just want somebody who will give nice things to them. People want somebody that they know will stand up for them. And so that's the question to me, is just like, who's standing up?
I guess that means no booties in your videos.
Not a lot of booties in my videos. Not a lot of booties. Not female booties, not male booties.
No booty.
Not a lot of booty.